Alright, y'all. So a few days ago, I did make a video talking about the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero tournament drama thing going on. And essentially, if you guys don't know, one of the players in the grand finals for the Sparking Zero Dramatic Showdown tournament was essentially told to play a different way than what they were playing as, or else they would be disqualified. And they let us know, hey, they told me to switch characters. And I was like, I'll lose if I do that. And they said that they made him do it anyways. And we saw based on the final match, he did switch his character, which is Dr. Zero. Now, again, to give you guys a refresher, this is what they didn't want to see. And look at this gameplay. It's not fun to look at. This is boring, right? It's, honestly so boring that they kind of switched away, went to the actual commentators, which, I don't say obviously blame the commentators for this. And I don't think anyone should be sending anyone anything, right? This is a whole mess, just in general, from, I think, the tournament holders and how they handled this, right? Me personally, I'm gonna say, even though I think this gameplay is extremely unfun, I think that changing the rules of a tournament mid-tournament in the grand finals, no matter what, is just not a fun thing to do, especially because it's not like this was an exploit. This is how they developed the game. Like, these are things that they like. This is like, you don't make a game where you, like, how to explain it, it's not an exploit of them just ascending and descending like that over and over, rapid ascending, rapid descending. Like, that's just a mechanic in the game, and that's how fast they made it. So if they found an issue with it, they should acknowledge it and fix it in a future updates, rather than, oh, we actually don't like this, so we're gonna actually disqualify you for doing something that we made. I think it's kind of silly. Now we have an update though. Firstly, again, staff did not tell Hylia to change characters explicitly, which is one of the grand finalists, the one that was playing Dr. Zero. If you guys don't recall, they said that they were told to change from Dr. Zero or change their playstyle. What the staff specifically said was play seriously or disconnect. Ilya said we are playing seriously. Then the staff said play seriously or you're not disconnected, you're disqualified. And then he said he felt like he had to switch playstyles, they were disqualified. And then we do have these screenshots right here. Now, apparently the person again who said this, who's in competing, were saying that they also wanted to show this game kind of being a little silly to them, right? And at the same time, this is also the best way to play the game, not the most fun way to play the game, but this is like, it is a good thing to do unless you get hit with the meme. But especially with the androids, they don't really like lose a lot of key from doing it, if at all. Then they were told again, we'll be creating a new lobby, please join for the stream at Halo Match seriously, or otherwise we will basically DQ you. And that's what happened there. And again, I think it still ties to the same point. It is different where it's like playing seriously rather than you changing characters, right? I think obviously like banning someone's like character that they would essentially main, quote unquote, is kind of silly. But again, I like, they don't want this. And I understand where they're coming from with that, but that's something that they should fix on their end. But we have an update for them specifically regarding this. Breaking the tournament analysis, breaking right there. The tournament organizers determined that the two players have been disqualified for violation of code of conduct. Now let's just read through this message here. The tournament organizers have determined that the two players engaged in actions that violated the code of conduct during the finals for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the Dramatic Showdown Online Qualifier, France. Their actions disrupted the normal operation of the event. The tournament organizers have decided to take the following measures: disqualification of both players, revocation of qualification for the Battle Hour Grand Final. The third place players will be invited to compete in a match under the supervision of administrators off stream. The winner will qualify for Battle Hour Grand Final. The tournament organizers will continue to strictly address any violations or inappropriate behavior. We ask for the understanding and cooperation of all participants, spectators, and staff. Now, y'all may be wondering, what exactly is this code of conduct that they're talking about? And if you go into the official Dramatic Showdown tournament URL, I actually just forgot to pull this up. You scroll all the way down here, you're able to see that they have a specific full rules of online qualifiers. And here they specifically states all players are expected to exhibit good sportsmanship, honesty, and fair play, and maintain respect for the tournament group, all staff and members, as well as other players and spectators. Any players behaving inappropriately or not competing in compliance are determined at the discretion of the tournament group, are subject to immediate disqualification for future matches, participation in future tournaments, and prizes, etc., etc. Of course, cheating, impersonating, harassing, transmitting, or just facilitating harmful content, etc., etc. Basically, they did go out of the way to cover themselves in any situation. That's how it works, right? They usually keep it vague, and again, includes but not limited to is the biggest thing. So in this situation, per the actual code of conduct, they are able to disqualify these players for not, they could say, again, maintaining respect or good sportsmanship based off this gameplay, which, I mean, this gameplay is kind of I don't think we have to explain this gameplay not being, I wouldn't say maybe not good sportsmanship, but that being what they kind of expected from the tournament. Fair play, you could even say, right? It is subjective, I would say. My opinion personally is it's still the game how they made it. And it's literally just rapid ascending and descending. Just because it's boring, both players are doing it. It's not, I don't see how it can't even be considered not fair play. At the end of the day, it is what it is, right? They are disqualified. I think that this should be something that they clearly fix in that December patch that's upcoming. Fingers crossed, that would be really good. But again, I just wanted to update y'all on this and hear from you guys as well. I feel like they should have been like, hey, you know what? The game's like this. In the future, we're not gonna allow this to happen. But they did also tell them during the tournament, stop doing this or else we're gonna disqualify you. So, I mean, they kind of did what they said they were gonna do. So, you know what? Sure, whatever. I think it will be nice to see future tournaments in terms of this. I forgot the exact name off the top of my head again. My apologies, all. The Dramatic Showdown, as they call it. It would be nice to see finals where people are actually kind of interacting with each other. Then we could see something like, God, y'all, what if the next one is just people super countering back and forth for like multiple minutes at a time, or just vanishing for like 5 minutes? Wouldn't that be great? I just can't wait. All right, I almost forgot to bring this up, so I'm putting this in post recording, but there is this as well. The winner of the tournament did ask multiple times if the strategy was allowed, and the moderation team ignored them. And according to the winner, this rule was edited after victory. So if you take a look here, can I run all the match, or would you be disconnected because I went to timer with that? Can I mod answer my question? Can I run away and with the timer, which is what they're doing, right? Going up and down. There's nothing about running away from the whole game with the rules, so it's legit. Then, apparently, engaging in any other behavior deemed by the tournament group to be inappropriate or otherwise tampers with gameplay and operation of tournament events were added to the rules. Part of that code of conduct that we saw earlier. We see it was modified. I mean, I'm just gonna let y'all know. This is why you need, like it right here. Deemed by the group so they could just make something up that they don't like on the fly. They should have had clear-cut rules going into it. There was a tournament going on that had a lot better rules because they actually understood what was going on in the game. And these rules are very vague and not really, concrete. So that's why it led to this situation right here, right? And again, I want to hear from you guys what you guys are thinking regarding this. I personally do not agree. I think that this is just them not properly preparing the tournament or understanding how the game works. And this person literally was like, "Hey, I'm gonna run the whole match," and they didn't do anything about it, right? And it's like, well, it's not like our the biggest thing that's worrying about this is them changing it during the tournament in the grand finals. So like this comment says, if they decide that they just don't like something, they could just take that away from you. Like that might not be fair in a lot of situations. So again, at least that they made this clear for their future. Hopefully no other situations like this happen. This is, if this is something that they don't want to happen, the devs should fix it in the actual game as well. Hopefully in the December patch, we'll see. But thanks y'all for watching. Let me know what you're thinking about this, and I will catch you all in the next Sparking Zero video, or Dokkan maybe, whatever. Catch you later.